Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you are doing good, right? Okay. So, welcome to Physics Wala. Let us continue with the second chapter. Okay. Last class we studied about animal kingdom. We understand what are the basis of classifying the animals. What basis we classified the animals we have seen, right? So, what we studied there? We studied about level of organization. Okay, level of organization. What we studied, that organism is having cells, or that organism is made up of tissue, or it is made up of organs or organ system. Then we seen symmetry, bilateral symmetry or radial symmetry, asymmetry, coelom is present or absent, segmentation is there or not, notochord is present or not. Okay, all these characters, okay, we have studied in the previous class. Okay, and now today class we are going to start a new chapter, that is structural organization in the animals. Today's class we will study about animal tissues. Okay, so all of us know, right, what is tissue? What is tissue? Tissues are a group of cells. Okay. Okay. Group of cells are there. Shall I call it as a tissue? Group of cells are there. Shall I call it as a tissue? Answer is no. Okay. Then what is tissue? Group of cells having a common origin. They should be having a common origin, and usually they perform the common function. Then it is called as tissue. Okay. And they are having little intercellular substances like this. Okay. So what is tissue? Group of cells which are having common origin and they are having common, okay, generally they are having common function. This is called as tissue. So we are clear what is tissue, right? Now in our body, if you take our body, complete body, how many types of tissues are there? Okay, there are many types of tissue. Broadly we can classify tissues into 4 types. Okay, what are that 4 types? First type of tissue is called epithelial tissue. Okay, we will see what is the function. We will see, first we will see the classification, that's it. First type of tissue is epithelial tissue. Next one is connective tissue, muscular tissue, nerve tissue. Okay, so we know the definition of tissue: group of cells which are having common origin, generally they will perform similar function with the intercellular substance is called tissue. Okay, now these tissues are how many types? Broadly 4 types: connective tissue, muscular tissue, epithelial tissue, neural tissue. Okay, today class what we are trying to understand, what we will study, we will study about epithelial tissue. What is epithelial tissue? Where epithelial tissue is present? If it is present, how it is present? Okay, so these are the things we will cover in today's class. Got it? Okay, now let me give the overview of each and every tissue, then I will continue with epithelial tissue. Okay, if I am speaking about epithelial tissue, okay, imagine this is a person. This is a person. Let's say this is the hand of the person. If I pour water, I think sometime we will be going outside, right? Rains. Okay, imagine it is rainy season, rains are falling. Okay, water will be falling on the body. My question is, water is directly entering into body or water is not entering into body? Obviously all of us know the answer. Water will not enter into our body, right? Why water will not enter into our body? Reason is our skin protect it. Again, skin having layers. Okay, outer layer if you are taking, that is dermis of the skin. If you are taking, outer layer is having this tissue. What is the tissue I am speaking about? Epithelial tissue. Okay, so this epithelial tissue, which is especially which epithelium means keratinized stratified squamous epithelium will be there. Okay, so that epithelium, what it is doing, it is acting as a barrier. It is preventing the direct entry of water into the skin. It acts as a repellent of water. Clear? So that is the reason water is not directly entering into our body. Who is doing that? Epithelial tissue. So we are clear one of the function of epithelial tissue. Okay. So another function of epithelial tissue is, as it is covering the outer surface of the body like this. Okay, it provides protection to us. Okay, it is providing protection from the mechanical stress. Clear? So generally epithelium tissue can be present outside the body as well as it can be present inside the body. Okay, let's say this is the body cavity. Inside body cavity also epithelial tissue can present. Okay, let's say this is organ. I will take one organ. Imagine it is uterus of the female. Okay, uterus is made up of how many layers? 3 layers will be there. Outer layer is called perimetrium. Okay, made up of connective tissue as well as epithelium. Outer layer we are noticing epithelium. You take another example, that is our blood vessel. Okay, if we are taking our blood vessel, it is made up of inside inner layer of the epithelium is squamous epithelium, like this. So what is the conclusion? Tissues are there. Okay, fine. How many type of tissues are there? 4 type of tissues are there. What are the 4 type of tissue? Epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, neural tissue. Good. Epithelial tissue function is what? Which provides protection to our body. Okay. Not only it provides protection, it helps in the exchange of the material, which helps in the diffusion of the material, etc. Okay. Detailedly we will see. Just I am explaining the overview. Okay. Next type of tissue is what? Second type of tissue is connective tissue. Okay. What connective tissue will do is, wherever gaps are there in our body. Okay. See here some organs are present in our body. There will be some gaps. So these gaps will be filled by the connective tissue like this. Imagine this is our muscle. This is our bone. This is our bone. And this is our muscle. Muscle will be here somewhere, right? And this is our skin. Okay. Now the function, if you notice clearly, muscle, skin, there is a gap, right? So who is connecting skin to the muscle? Who is connecting skin to the muscle? Who is filling this gap? Answer is what? Connective tissue. Okay. Imagine you are transporting a TV. When you want to transport from one location to another location, okay, directly you will transfer, or you will keep something, you will fill. Let's say one box is there. In that box you are keeping TV. Okay. Directly you will transport, or you will keep some materials, right? You will keep some materials. Why? That act as a shock absorber, which prevents the breakage of that particular glass or particular material. Got it? Similar way in our body, wherever gaps are there, those gaps are generally filled by the connective tissue. Not only that, connective tissue also help in insulation. Okay, our body sometimes produce some heat, right? Let's say outside is winter season. Okay, when it is winter season, obviously, okay, our body generates some heat. Again, that is how it is coming. It is with the help of adipose tissue. Adipose tissue also a type of connective tissue. I am standing like that. Okay, I am standing, okay, straight, and you are sitting and watching this class, right? So this is how this is possible. It is possible because of our endoskeleton. Okay, endoskeleton is made up of what? Bones and cartilage, right? Again, bones and cartilage is also coming under which tissue? Connective tissue. So that is the function of connective tissue. First we have seen epithelial tissue. We understand epithelial tissue helps in the protection. It also helps in the absorption of material, also helps in the exchange of material, etc. Then we studied about connective tissue. Wherever gaps are there, generally those are filled, okay, by the connective tissue. Connective tissue also act as it is like our endoskeleton made up of connective tissue, which is providing proper framework to our body. Got it? So that is about second tissue. Next, third type of tissue. Third type of tissue is muscular tissue. Obviously, we know that muscular tissue helps in what? Locomotion as well as movement. I am moving from this position to this position. Okay. So this is called what? Here what is there? Displacement is there. So wherever displacement is there, okay, that displacement is possible because of what? Because of the muscle. Okay. With the help of muscle and bone, this bones you are noticing now. To this bone what is attached? Muscle is attached. So because of that, I am showing the locomotion, or else I am showing the movement. Got it? So that is the function of muscular tissue, and the muscular tissue also helps in digestion. What way it helps in the digestion? See, this is gastrointestinal tract. Okay, you studied, right? Buccal cavity lead to pharynx, pharynx leads to esophagus, esophagus leads to stomach, stomach leads to intestine. Okay, so this complete pathway we are calling gastrointestinal tract. Okay, it is made up of smooth muscle. It is a type of muscle, and our heart is pumping blood, right? Our heart is made up of cardiac muscle. As I said earlier, the function of muscle is what? Helps in the locomotion movement, helps in the coordination of the organ, helps in the movement of the organ, etc. Got it? Last tissue, that is nervous tissue or neural tissue. Okay. Nervous tissue is very easy. Okay. I will tell you one example. Let's say you are sleeping. When you are sleeping, are you taking breath or you are not taking breath? Obviously, we will be taking breath. Okay. When I am running, okay, or when you are running, when you are running continuously, your heart is beating or heart is not beating, or when you are sleeping, heart is beating or not beating. What I mean to say is, when we are performing any activity, sometime unknowingly, okay, you don't think that that is going to happen when you are sleeping. You don't have focus on whether you are breathing, inhaling or exhaling. You don't know. You are not conscious. Even though you are not conscious, your body is maintaining homeostasis. Your body is maintaining coordination between different organs. This coordination between different organs is possible with the help of which tissue? Nervous tissue. Are we clear? I hope you understand the function of every tissue. Total, how many types of tissues are there? 4 types of tissues. What are the 4 types of tissue? Epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, neural tissue. Okay, function of epithelial tissue is protection. Not only protection, helps in the absorption, secretion, exchange of the material. Function of the connective tissue is what? Fills the gap in the body, act as an insulator, provides structural framework to the body. Function of the muscular tissue, what muscular tissue will do? Helps in the locomotion and movement, helps in the contraction of the different organ, okay, or coordination of the organ. Next, nervous tissue. Nervous system, okay, will transmit. Let's say I touch this board. Imagine it is very hot object. Obviously, we will remove our hand. Okay, this reflex. Okay, it is possible. Why it is possible? Neuron is sensing that, sensing the signal and giving information to my central nervous system. Okay, my central nervous system telling you please remove your hand or else it will hurt you. So immediately I am removing my hand. So what I am trying to say is neurons helping in the coordination. Clear? When we are sleeping, even though we are sleeping, respiration is taking place. That is also possible with the help of nervous system. So that is the function of different types of tissues. I hope you are clear with these types of tissue. Now we are moving forward. We are studying detailedly about epithelial tissue. Clear? Okay. Next type of tissue is epithelial tissue. Okay. Let us see how epithelial tissue look, how it is looking. Epithelial tissue, a tissue I already mentioned, right? Group of cells which are having a common origin and generally they'll perform similar function and they're having some intercellular substances. Let's say it is one tissue. Okay, this tissue is present on a membrane and this membrane is called basement membrane. What is the name of this membrane? Basement membrane. Let me write here. It is basement membrane. Okay, what is importance of this basement membrane? It is acting as a base over this tissue is present. Which tissue is present? We are talking about which tissue? Epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue is present. Got it? Okay. Now, this basement membrane properties are very important. Basement membrane is non-cellular. Non-cellular. It is not made up of cells. Then what it is made up of? It is made up of proteins. Got it? So it is not made up of cells. It is made up of proteins. Second important point, that is this basement membrane is not only basement membrane. I can say that epithelial tissue is there. Na? This complete epithelial tissue is avascular. Avascular. What is the meaning of avascular? Avascular meaning is blood supply is not there. Okay. Now question is, all of us know that blood is required. Okay, blood should be transported to every part of the body. Agree, not agree? Definitely you need to agree, right? So blood is required. Why blood is required? Blood transport nutrients from one location to the another location. Blood also helps in what? Transportation of the gases. Our tissue produce carbon dioxide. That carbon dioxide is released outside. Okay, they are giving that carbon dioxide to the lung. How this is possible? This is possible because of the blood. You have taken food. Food is digested. Digested food will be absorbed. Where it will be absorbed? Into the blood only. Right. So from that blood, that nutrients are transported to various parts of the body. This is called assimilation. So what is the conclusion? Blood is required for every tissue. Why it is required? Because it transport nutrients. It also transport gases. Got it? Okay. My question is what? I am mentioning that I am saying that epithelial tissue is avascular. If epithelial tissue is avascular, how it will take nutrients from the, okay, how it will take the nutrients, how it will take the gases, that is the question. Okay, what is the answer for that? Answer is connective tissue. Okay, below this epithelial tissue, generally connective tissue will be there. Connective tissue. From the connective tissue, by simple diffusion, gases will be transported from one location to another location. Also, nutrients will be transported from one location to another location. Got it? So, what is the conclusion? Epithelial tissue is present. Okay, present. How? It is having tissue. Below tissue, what is the? A membrane. What is the name of membrane? Basement membrane. What is the function of basement membrane? Provides support. Okay, helps in the attachment of this tissue. What is the nature of basement membrane? Basement membrane is a non-cellular. It is not made up of cells. Okay. Complete epithelial tissue is what? Avascular. What is the meaning of avascular? Blood supply is not there. I will write again. Avascular. It is avascular. Blood supply is absent. Clear? Then how it is taking nutrients? It is taking from the connective tissue, nearby connective tissue. Got it? So that is about how one epithelial tissue is appearing. How it is appearing. Okay, next. Epithelial tissue we can classify into two types. Okay, I am explaining the classification now. Epithelial tissue. Divide into how many types? Two types. Okay, it is divided into two types. What are the two types? First one is simple epithelium. Simple epithelium. Second one is compound epithelium. Compound epithelium. Conclusion, epithelial tissue, two types. One is simple, another one is compound epithelium. Compound epithelium. Okay, fine. So, how to identify which is simple epithelium, which is compound epithelium? Okay. If you see the structure of simple epithelium, all epithelial tissue, what is common? What is it? Every epithelial tissue having a membrane. What is the name of this membrane? This membrane is called what? Basement membrane. Basement membrane is cellular or non-cellular? Obviously, basement membrane is non-cellular. Okay. So, it is basement membrane. On the surface or of the basement membrane, there will be layers of cells. If single layer of cell is there, it is called as what? Obviously, simple epithelium. Imagine on the same basement membrane, this is same basement membrane. Again, this is non-cellular. What are there? Cells are there. Okay, good. How the cells are arranged? These cells are arranged like layers. The cells are arranged like what? layers. That's why I'm calling it as what? Compound epithelium. Got it? So the difference between simple epithelium and compound epithelium is simple epithelium is made up of single layer on the basement membrane, whereas compound epithelium is on the basement membrane. It is present as multiple layer. Okay. Now you can tell me what is the function of simple epithelium, what is the function of compound epithelium. If you recollect, when I'm introducing the topic to you, I said the function of epithelial tissue. Okay. Now you can break that functions based on the structure. You have seen here, single layer of cells are there. Here, multiple layers of cells are there. Based on this, you can easily say the difference. Okay. Tell me what is the function of this simple epithelium. Function of simple epithelium, obviously, all of us know, right? What is the function? Function is that is as it is having single layer of cells, as it having single layer of cells, diffusion of materials is very easy. Correct? So helps in diffusion. They also help in water. They also helps in exchange of materials. Exchange of materials. They also help in water as it is having single layer. Exchange of gases. Okay, that is also coming under exchange of materials. Okay, and if you take our intestine, after I told you, right, what I said, once food is digested, the digested food will be absorbed. Where it is absorbing into intestine, small intestine. So it also helps in what? Absorption. Are we clear with this? So these are the functions of epithelium. Which epithelium? Function of simple epithelium. Clear? Okay. Now let us see the function of compound epithelium. What is the function of compound epithelium? As I said earlier, by seeing this you can tell it is having multiple layer of cells. As it is having multiple layer of cell, major function is protection. What is the major function? Protection. Are we clear with this? So this is the classification of epithelium. We understand what is epithelial tissue. We know that epithelial tissue is having a basement membrane which is non-cellular. Epithelial tissue is avascular, blood supply is not there. Epithelial tissue divided into two types, simple epithelium and compound epithelium. Simple epithelium, single layer of cells are there. Compound epithelium, multiple layer of cells are there. Simple epithelium function is diffusion, exchange of material, absorption. Compound epithelium major function is protection. Clear? So this is the classification of epithelial tissue. Now what I am going to explain is whatever we are going to discuss in today's class, that is about simple epithelium. Now we detailedly study types of simple epithelium. Simple epithelium we can classify into different type based on the structure, how that cell is arranged, based on the function also. We will see. Okay. So what I am saying, simple epithelium classification. We can classify simple epithelium into this. I'll use this color. Okay. Simple epithelium. Simple epithelium. Epithelium. Okay. This simple epithelium is divided into different types based on what we divide, based on the shape of the cell. Okay. Let us see that. What is that classification? Okay. First one under simple epithelium, that is squamous epithelium. Squamous epithelium. Second type is cuboidal epithelium. Cuboidal epithelium. Third one is columnar epithelium. Columnar epithelium. Fourth one is ciliated epithelium. Ciliated epithelium. And fifth one is pseudostratified. Pseudostratified. Stratified epithelium. Last one is glandular epithelium. Glandular epithelium. Are we clear with this? So what are we studying? We are studying about different types of simple epithelium. We know that epithelial tissue are two types, simple and compound. That simple epithelium again divided into this many types. Okay, what are those? Squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, columnar epithelium, ciliated epithelium, pseudostratified and glandular epithelium. Okay, now let us have a look into squamous epithelium. How squamous epithelium will look. This is squamous epithelium. Squamous epithelium. Examination, they can use this term. What is the term? Sometimes they will give the terms and they will ask the examples of that. They won't directly ask you, tell me this, what are the example of squamous epithelium. There is a possibility they can ask a definition and they can ask the example. Instead of asking the name, they can ask the definition and they will ask the example. So let us have look on that also. Give me a second. Okay. Okay, delete. Fine. So squamous epithelium. Squamous epithelium, if you are taking, how many layers are there? All of us know. Tell me quickly, how many layers are there? Single layer of cells. Okay. How the cells are arranged? These cells are flattened cells. Flattened cells means they look like this, like this, like this, like this. Okay. This view, what you are seeing, na, that is lateral view. Imagine this is the tissue. My hand is tissue. This is tissue. Okay. So this tissue, which view I am showing to you? This view. What is this view? Lateral view. You are seeing laterally. If you see laterally, it will look like this. Okay. So this view, as it is, I am giving here. Got it? Which means here tissue is there, complete tissue is there, but we are seeing laterally. Okay. So this is that lateral view. These cells, how they are present? These cells are flattened. So the examination, how they will ask is, how will they describe this is flattened cells with prominent nuclei, with prominent nuclei. Meaning, if you observe under a microscope, nucleus is clearly visible. Okay. So this cell is looking like this. This tissue is looking like this. Obviously, what is common? Every epithelial tissue, what membrane is there? Basement membrane is there. So basement membrane is present. This is how a squamous epithelial tissue will appear. This membrane is called what? Basement membrane. Are we clear with this? Understand? Okay. So we are studying about simple epithelium. Under simple epithelium, first one we are studying. What is the first one? That is squamous epithelium. Squamous epithelium, how they describe in examination? Flattened cell with the prominent nuclei. Okay. These cells are very flattened and it is having clearly visible nucleus. Okay. That is prominent nuclei. This squamous epithelium, sometimes they can describe in this way also. I am taking two cells. Let us select. This is cell number 1 and this is cell number 2. I am picking out. I am taking outside. Okay. I am cutting. Then what I am doing? I am seeing like this. This view I am noticing under microscope. Okay. If I notice, it will look like this. Like what? Like this. It is one cell and it is another cell. If you see their arrangement, okay, how they arranged, I already told this is lateral view. Okay, now what you are seeing? You are seeing this view. Which view? Front view. Front view is looking like this. Okay, if you notice that view, front view, okay, it is looking like, let's say nucleus will be center somewhere here, okay, or for a moment remove it. What I mean to say is, what I am trying to speak is, the cell's arrangement is looking like tiles on the floor. Tiles on floor arrangement. Floor arrangement. That's why they gave a name to this epithelium. It is also having another name. Like in your home, you will be having nickname, right? Okay, his name is Karthik. In home, they will call Chintu. Some name they will call, right? Similar way. Okay. So what I am trying to say here, tissue is there, epithelium is there. Which epithelium? Squamous epithelium. Squamous epithelium have another name. What is the name? Pavement epithelium. Why I am calling pavement epithelium? Because its arrangement is there. If you see the arrangement of the cells, how they arranged, tiles on the floor arrangement. Okay, how tiles are arranged floor, similarly they are looking. So the tiles, footpath you are noticing, that they will call as a pavement. So they are using the term here. They are calling this epithelium as what? Pavement epithelium. Are we clear with this? Okay, next one is same between the cell and cell. If you notice, between the cell and cell, this is one epithelium, squamous epithelium. It is another squamous epithelium. It is having wavy boundaries like this. As it is having wavy boundaries, okay, wavy boundaries, we are calling this epithelium as tessellated epithelium. Okay, understand why I am calling tessellation tessellated? Because it is having wavy boundaries. That's why I am calling it as tessellated epithelium. Here why I am calling pavement epithelium? Because the arrangement is looking like tiles on the floor arrangement. Got it? Okay. Next one, squamous epithelium. Squamous epithelium, okay, having another name called pavement epithelium or tessellated epithelium. In exam they can use any term. Okay, got it? Clear? So we are clear what is the function of that epithelium. We are clear what is the structure of that epithelium. We understand what another names are there. Now let us have a look into examples of squamous epithelium. Okay, try to understand, my dear diamonds. What point you need to understand? A NEET examination, definitely they will ask questions. In that questions, they will take some examples. They will ask which of the following is odd one with respect to squamous epithelium, which of the following is odd one with respect to cuboidal epithelium. For that you should know what are the examples of that particular epithelium. Okay, so it is very important in this chapter, from this topic, what is the epithelium, what is the shape of epithelium, what is the function of that epithelium, and what is the location of that epithelium. This is very, very, very important. Got it? So let us have look into the examples of epithelium. Which example? Examples of squamous epithelium. First example is blood vessel. Blood vessel. Second example is alveoli. Third example is Bowman's capsule. Okay, don't worry by seeing this name. What is this? What is this? Okay, obviously you might know blood vessel. Some of you might not know what is Bowman's capsule. Don't worry, we will study. We will study. When we are studying excretion chapter, kidney having nephron, each kidney having a million nephrons. If you take one nephron outside, okay, nephron is having a cup-like structure. That cup-like structure we are calling as Bowman's capsule. Okay, why we are talking about kidney? Because what is the function of kidney? Function of kidney, filtration of blood. From the blood, what it will filter? Waste material. What is our excretory waste material? Urea. So it is filtering the urea. Got it? I already told you what I told you. It helps in the exchange of material as it is having single layer of cells. You notice here blood between blood vessel and alveoli. I will draw a diagram here. Let us see a diagram. This is alveoli. I understood. I understood. Some of you thinking, sir, what is alveoli? Okay. This is lung. How many lungs we have? A pair of lungs we have. Okay. This is a person. Okay. He inhaled. This is oral cavity, nasal. Let's say it is nasal cavity. From nose it is coming. Leads to pharynx. Pharynx leads to esophagus. Esophagus leads to, sorry, pharynx lead to, okay, that is digestion. Pharynx, esophagus. And here what I am telling, pharynx lead to larynx. Larynx leads to trachea. It is respiration, right? Okay. This is trachea. Trachea show bifurcation. Okay. Primary bronchi, secondary bronchi, tertiary bronchi. Ultimately, if you see inside lung, there are some sac-like structure. This one, see, many sac-like structures are there. How many? Approximately 300 million sac-like structures are there. What I am doing, I am just taking one sac-like structure outside and I am observing it is looking somewhat like this. Clear? Got it? Got it? Got it? Okay. So this is one alveoli we had just taken. As I said earlier, surrounding lungs there will be many blood vessels like this. Many blood vessels are there. Why many blood vessels are there? Our body producing lot of deoxygenated blood. The deoxygenated blood is reaching to the lung. Lung is the place where it is delivering the carbon dioxide we are releasing outside and exchanging what? In return it is exchanging water, oxygen. Oxygen is entering into the blood. Got it? So come back. What we are talking about? We are talking about epithelial tissue. We understand epithelial tissue. Now we are studying about what? Examples of epithelial tissue. In that we studied alveoli is made up of squamous epithelium. Yes, alveoli is made up of squamous epithelium. Here type 1 and type 2 pneumocytes will be there. Okay. So these are called pneumocytes. Did you notice the pattern? What is the pattern here? Flattened cells. Cells are flattened. With what kind of nucleus? Clearly visible nucleus. This is called what? Prominent nuclei. Okay. So it is squamous epithelium. It is present in where? Alveoli. I also mentioned another example. That example is blood vessel. This is blood vessel. Let's say this is blood vessel. Blood vessel having 3 layers. Okay, inner layer I am speaking. Let's say it is blood capillary. Blood capillary. Blood capillary having squamous epithelium like this. I already mentioned what is the nature, what is the structure? Prominent nuclei and flattened cells. Flattened cell with prominent nuclei. Inside blood vessel, if this is blood vessel, you are cutting the blood vessel like this. Okay, so this is blood vessel. You are cutting the blood vessel like this. You can see inside. Okay, that is this. Clear? So outer layer I am speaking. This is here we are calling it as endothelium. Endothelium of the blood vessel. Endothelium. What is this endothelium? Simple. It is the squamous epithelium. Squamous epithelium having another name. Which location? Inside blood capillary. Inside blood capillary we are calling it as endothelium. Got it? Here what I am calling? I am calling it as pneumocytes. Clear? So what are the example we have seen? Alveoli sac. Second example we have seen endothelium of the blood vessel. Third example is Bowman's capsule. As I said earlier, each kidney having a million of nephrons. Nephron structure, if you are noticing, it will be like this. Bowman's capsule leads to PCT, proximal convoluted tubule, leads to loop of Henle, leads to DCT and collecting duct like this. So which part I am speaking about? This part. Okay, this part if I observe clearly, it will look like this. This is that cup-like structure, double layered cup-like structure. What is this called? Bowman's capsule. Inner here. This Bowman's capsule layers are there, na? It is also having which cells? Squamous epithelial cells. What is the name they have given here? Here they are calling as podocytes. Podocytes. Here, podocytes of the Bowman's capsule. This is Bowman's capsule. Bowman's capsule. Are you clear with this? What we are studying? We are studying about tissues. We understand there are 4 types of tissues: epithelial, connective, muscular, neural. We are studying connective epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue 2 types. Simple epithelium, if one layer is there; compound epithelium, multiple layers are there. Simple epithelium again divided into different types. One type we are studying, that is squamous epithelium. We understand squamous epithelial cells are flattened cell with prominent nuclei. It is also having another name. That another name is what is another name? Tessellated epithelium, also called as what? Pavement epithelium. Got it? Okay. So we have seen some examples, some of the example of this squamous epithelium. Now we are moving forward. We are studying second type of epithelium. That second type of epithelium, again, which epithelium? Simple epithelium only, right? What is that called? Cuboidal epithelium. Epithelium. Okay. Cuboidal epithelium. Let's see how it will look. All of us know, okay, every epithelial tissue having a membrane. That membrane is called base. Almost all, every, I am not saying almost all epithelium. Exception is there, we will discuss about that when we are talking compound epithelium. Okay. So basement membrane is there, common epithelial tissue generally. Okay, basement membrane is there. Tell me, cellular and non-cellular. It is not made up of cell. It is just made up of proteins, right? So it is a non-cellular. Above that, what are there? Tissue is there. How the tissue is arranged? Cells are like this. Okay, that's why I am calling cuboidal, cube-like. Okay, what is important here? Nucleus. What is the position of the nucleus? The position of the nucleus is central. This word is very, 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 very important. What is that? It is having central nucleus. Here, central nucleus. Who is having central nucleus? Cuboidal epithelium is having central nucleus. Okay. Next point. This cuboidal epithelium, okay, where it is present. Okay, it is present in some location. I am going to explain that location also. Sometimes this cuboidal epithelium will undergo small modification. Okay, let me explain modification of that epithelium, then we will look into the different aspect examples. Okay, so modified cuboidal epithelium, I am writing here modified cuboidal epithelium. Okay, modified cuboidal epithelium, what is that? What is that in the sense? Same only, same. This basement membrane is there. Basement membrane is present. Above basement membrane, what is there? Cuboidal cells are present. Then what modification you are speaking, sir? I am speaking about a modification that it forms villi and microvilli on the surface like this. Epithelium. Which epithelium? Cuboidal epithelium. Cells undergone modification. What is that modification? They formed some finger like. Imagine this is epithelium. This area, my palm is epithelium. Now my fingers are there now. These are that modification. What is that modification? Villi, having villi. If you take one villi outside, again on that villi, microvilli will be there. Got it? So it formed, it has a modification that it is having villi and microvilli. Forms villi and microvilli. Got it. So villi and microvilli are there. That is that modification. And look how it is looking. How it is looking? Like a brush. That's why we are calling it as what? brush, bordered. And which epithelium this is? This is cuboidal epithelium. Now name it. Brush, bordered. Which epithelium? Cuboidal epithelium. Got it? We are studying simple epithelium. Under simple epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, it's okay. Cells are cube-like. Position of the nucleus is central. Some cells, some cuboidal epithelial cell will undergo modification. That modification is the form villi and microvilli. So this kind of epithelium where we notice this epithelium in PCT of a nephron. PCT is what? Proximal convoluted tubule. Last diagram we have seen, what we have seen? This is called Bowman's capsule. Bowman's capsule leads to coiling. Coiling is called what? Convolution. And it is present near. So we are calling as what? Proximal. Near means proximal. Convolution means coiling. It is a tubule. So we are calling PCT of nephron. If you notice clearly, PCT of nephron, maximum reabsorption takes place. Meaning, our blood is filtered, blood is coming into the nephron. Okay. In nephron, what is happening? Filtration of blood is taking place. When filtration in blood, what are there? Nutrients will be there. Glucose is there. Amino acids are there. Okay. Urea is there. Got it. So whatever essential elements are there, that essential elements are absorbing back into the blood. That's why I'm calling reabsorption. For that reabsorption, it requires villi and microvilli, because if villi and microvilli are there, they will increase the surface area. Meaning, one paper is there, okay, this much surface area it is taking. Now, what I am doing? I am folding that paper. As I am folding that paper, that much area coming into this small area. Got it? So, same thing. Villi, what it is doing? Increasing the absorbed surface area. Got it? So, why I am telling all this thing? Because we are talking about an example. Which example? PCT of nephron. PCT is what? Proximal convoluted tubule. Got it? So that is one location. Other locations, other examples if you are noticing now, other examples are this cuboidal epithelium also present in thyroid follicles. Thyroid follicles. It is also present where? In pancreatic and salivary ducts. Small duct will be there, na? I will tell you. This is salivary gland. Salivary gland present outside the buccal cavity, but saliva is releasing into the buccal cavity, right? So outside to into. Okay, how it is possible? Okay, it is possible with the help of a duct. With the help of duct, saliva is releasing into buccal cavity. The duct, if you are noticing, small duct, you are noticing, it is made up of cuboidal epithelium. Also, if you see another location, that location is this cuboidal epithelium is there, it is having another name, that is called germinal epithelium. Why I am calling germinal epithelium? Think. Why I am calling germinal epithelium? Germ cells, gametes, male gamete, female gamete are there, they are coming from where? Male gamete is coming from seminiferous tubule. Female gamete is coming from, again, seminiferous tubule is a part of testis. From testis it is coming. The seminiferous tubule lining in the sense, if you cut the tube, inside these cells are present like this. Okay. That's why I am calling. From this what is coming? Sperms are producing. That's why I am calling this epithelium as what? Germinal epithelium. Cuboidal epithelium also have another name. That is what? Germinal epithelium. Are we clear? Okay. So we will conclude here. So far what we studied about epithelial tissue. Okay. There are 4 types of tissue: epithelial, connective, muscular, neural. We seen the importance of this 4 tissue. Then we understand that epithelial tissue is having a membrane. That membrane is called basement membrane. On the basement membrane, tissue is present. If one layer of cell is there, that is called simple epithelium. If multiple layer of cells are there, that is called compound epithelium. Okay. Simple epithelium, as it is having single layer of cells, what is happening? Absorption, secretion, that is what going on. And compound epithelium having multiple layer of cells, so obviously function is protection. Got it? Okay. Simple epithelium, squamous epithelium, cuboidal, columnar, ciliated, pseudostratified, glandular. We studied about squamous and cuboidal epithelium. Location of squamous epithelium is blood vessel, alveoli, and Bowman's capsule. Okay. And location of the cuboidal epithelium is where? Thyroid follicle, pancreatic duct, salivary gland duct, germinal epithelium. Okay, it is very important. You need to go through the examples with respect to NEET. Got it? Okay, cuboidal epithelium undergone modification, that is having villi and microvilli. It is looking like a brush, so we are calling it as brush bordered. Which epithelium? Cuboidal epithelium. So brush bordered cuboidal epithelium present in the PCT. Normal epithelium present in the thyroid follicle, normal cuboidal, thyroid follicle, pancreatic and salivary gland duct, and it is also called a germinal epithelium. Okay, I hope you understand this. We will be stopping here. We will be continuing in the next class. Okay, just to go through it, revise it. Okay, revise and come to the next class. Take care, signing off. Bye bye.